Hi everyone, my name is Bianca and I am the High Priestess of the Goddess Temple in Brisbane, Australia. Today is the 26th of April 2026, 26:04:26, and I came to the temple today to do a meditation for the Divine Feminine, because on this day there has been many prophecies relating to this time. Right now the star Regulus is visible in the night sky as a bright blue star. It's in the constellation of Leo, the lion, the heart. And what this aligns with is actually a prophecy that was shared by Chris Bledsoe back in the 90s, I believe, when he had an apparition of a lady that came to him and shared that during this time there will be a new knowledge that will come to the earth. Now, if you're watching this, you would be no stranger to the dark times. This realm, this earth, has been going through a huge cleanse. We are really in a collective dark night of the soul right now. Wars raging on, poverty, sickness, corruption, abuse, people in power abusing us, people being enslaved, not being able to afford to put food on their table. These systems that we exist in were not born from a place of community, connection, love. The systems that we find ourselves in are born from a place of division that puts certain people with more and certain people with less. Now, this is a really powerful time, and I decided to come to my temple to do this meditation for the Divine Feminine. My intention was to call others into this room today, but it just so happened that in this reality, am the only one here. But no doubt there are others around the world, perhaps maybe you watching, who also know of this prophecy and who also are devoting yourself to the ascension and the awakening of the divine within. An interesting thing about this time, some say that the star Regulus is aligned with the Sphinx at this time. I'm not an astrologer. Some say it will be August, some say it had already passed. But this time, if we don't look at time as such as linear, and we look at time as, you know, in the long spectrum, we can see the prophecy of the crumbling of the old earth to make way for the new. Some call it the apocalyptic times. In a sense, it is, but not in the way that we have perhaps perceived it would be. When we look to the end, we must look outside and watch how the autumn leaves fall and how winter comes to make way for the spring. The Divine Feminine and the Sacred Feminine knows death and rebirth because we experience that every month. The earth knows death and rebirth because she experiences that every year. And so in order for us to move forward into a better time, we must let the old world die. And that relates to these prophecies, which originally we can really thank the Hopi peoples for this prophecy, because they prophesied that when the coming of the new earth will happen, we will see the blue Kachina and the red Kachina appear in the sky. Now, right now, if you can see Regulus, it's beautiful blue star, but this is not just one appearance. There has been many that started back since the 20th of December 2020, and I learned about this from Stephen Evans. There was a beautiful meditation that took place at Uluru in the centre of Australia, the land in which I am on right now, which essentially altered the timeline of the earth. It was a ceremony that was only meant to be conducted by Indigenous elders, from what I know, and ended up being around 15 to 20 million people around the world meditating for the call of a change in the direction of this earth from destruction and from extraction, which is what has been happening. We went away from our connection to the mother, and in doing so, we lost the very source of that which keeps us alive. As without, so within. And so this beautiful meditation took place on December 20, 2020. And there's a lot of information about the different phenomena that happened at that time, which included blue and red phenomena in the sky. All around the world, people were seeing a blue moon, a blue light in the sky, a red light in the sky. It's the blue Kachina and the red Kachina, the Hopi prophecy, saying now is the time. They said, look to the skies. And so perhaps you found your way to this video, whatever belief system that you have come from. This is not just a prophecy related to the Hopi. It has come through Australian Indigenous tale and law. It has come through Christian law with the end of times. It has come through many other avenues of this time, and perhaps we don't need to look to a prophecy, because we just need to look outside and see that there is a crumbling of the old world. And so how this relates to the divine feminine is that, as the Chris Bledsoe retake said, it was about the calling forth of a new age. Now, what happens when you lose your connection to the mother? She cries out. She calls your name. And I believe so much that that is what is happening. I feel, as a high priestess with the temple, a lot of what comes forth in my practice is oftentimes this sort of, it's a mixture of as if I can feel the Earth Mother enraged, as if we are her children, and we've been mucking up for so long, destroying her home, ruining everything. And first, she just gives us a little nudge and shares that she's annoyed at us. And then after a while, as we keep disrespecting her, keep destroying her, she has to get louder and louder. And so what I'm feeling is that sort of, rage before the, okay, we understand now. And what I feel she's calling upon is for us to witness our role in this destruction. No doubt there are the people who are in a power that have the ability to destroy on a mass, wars, bombings. But we also have our own ability to destroy. We approach the world with resentment. We approach the world with anger. We say to the person next to us, they did this to me, and therefore I hate them. What is coming forth as an invitation is for us to remove all of the blame. We blame the world for what it has done to us, and are being invited to come inwards and say, how can we meet this anger? How can we meet this rage? How can we meet this resentment with a loving kindness? Stare the shadow in the eye, and then emerge from that with our own loving kindness, our own wisdom, our own camaraderie. Hurt people hurt people. Healed people heal people. And so we are in the midst of a collective healing, if you'd like to look at it from that perspective, because anger and rage is only going to get us so far. Eventually, it must come to the surface to go full circle and come back to that place of love. And so my intention for this meditation today, which I did earlier on, was to meditate for the Divine Feminine, to bring back the feminine in our lives, in the world, bring back that relationship to the feminine as without, the mother. Look outside, see how you breathe the trees and they breathe you. Feel your feet on the ground that gives you food, that nourishes you. Feel the water on your skin, the water that gives you life. Why do you destroy that? Why do they destroy that? Do we not see that that is the mother? Do we not see that that is what gives us life? No. We're so focused on this God and this man and that man. Not man. Mankind, the destructor. Not man as God. We have to come back to the mother. The mother, the feminine that lives within, in order for us to get through these dark times. It's just the wounded masculine fighting with one another, destroying everything. It's the wounded masculine wanting to take, instead of just wanting to give, wanting to protect. The awakened masculine protects. The awakened masculine leads. It does not take so much. And so this new information, as they say, this dawn of the new earth, it's not going to be some revelation of that we don't know. It's a remembering. It's a remembering our connection to the feminine. It's remembering our love, our kindness, our connection to one another. I talk to the concept of divide and conquer. That is a war tactic that has been used for centuries. And that is a tactic that is being used on us now. Go on social media. Everything is divisive. You look at a post right now, or go on your social media after this video. Have a look and see how everything is trying to divide you. It's trying to get you to choose A or B, this side or that side, this religion or that religion, this politics or that politics. Divide and conquer. Until we realize that division is not going to move us forward, then we can access our power, your divinity, to exist on this planet in harmony with one another, in harmony with the planet. That is where we're going, beautiful people. That is what is being called forth. That is the prophecy. How it comes to fruition, how it forms, I'm yet to know. But no doubt, we must come back to the mother. We must come back to the divine feminine. And this is not men versus women, okay? A matrilineal society, one which the woman leads, is not centered on the woman. It's centered on the children. All of this feminism is wrong, this and that. That doesn't have anything to do with the matrilineal society where the mother cares about the children and everybody first. The feminism argument, the manosphere argument, it's all division, okay? A true harmonic society will be led by the woman, and everybody will have enough. The mother has enough for everybody. Have you watched a seed grow into a fruit, grow into a tree? I saw grass growing from volcanic rock. That is how much the mother provides. We must remember the divine feminine. That is the new earth. That is the way forward. And so on this day, as the star Regulus, the blue star, maybe the blue Kachina, aligns in the night sky, I'd love to welcome you to take some deep breaths with me. Perhaps get yourself into a relaxed state. Wherever you are, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And out, sigh. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel the energy alchemize off of you. Again. In through the nose. Perhaps you feel anger. Perhaps you feel rage. Breathe it out. Breathe it out. Do not hold on. Breathe it out. Offer it to the trees. And then breathe in again. When you come to the breath, when you come back to the self, when you stop looking at the division, when you stop getting angry at your neighbor, when you stop obsessing over the thing that you have to do, this is the beginning. The breath is the beginning of your awakening, the beginning of your ascension. You are ascending, my love. That is what you came here to do. Even if things feel dark, the chaos comes before the calm. You are ascending. You are here at this time because you chose to come here. You are here for a purpose. You are not alone here. You are here amongst all of us. You have a purpose here, just like I do, just like they do. And that purpose is to move us into a new earth, to move us out of this chaos. Perhaps you contributed to the chaos. That is your lesson. No doubt you as well are guiding us into the new earth, because this is the way. On December 20, we changed timelines. Thanks to these beautiful souls and to the other dimensions, the other realms. We're not alone in this. There are people watching our planet, watching it destruct, wanting to help. We are here to help. You are here to help. So that is all I will share for today. Remember your connection to the Mother. Put your feet on the ground. Remember how they tried to divide you. No. This is about unity. This is about love. This is where we're going. Sending you all so much love, beloved souls. Once again, my name is Bianca, and it's been a beautiful pleasure to talk to you today. Sending you love and blessings.